I'm Joseph, your host, and this is Curiouser and Curiouser, the official show of the Curious Times. Now, if you're new here, the Curious Times is an online magazine based in Edinburgh by young people for young people. We upload content daily, so please check it out in the link in the description below. The Olympic Games is the most ancient and famous sporting event. Whew. Here is Lewis, our founder, with 5 fun facts for it.
Hello, I'm Lewis, and here's your 5 fun facts this week on the Olympics. I bet you know something about the Olympic Games, but did you know that the first ever Olympic Games was held in ancient Greece around 2,700 years ago? What's more, they didn't even wear any clothes. The modern Olympic Games were started in 1894 when Baron Pierre de Coubertin founded the International Olympic Committee. 30 years later, the first Winter Olympic Games were held in Chamonix, in the French Alps. Rituals and symbols are a big part of the Games. The carrying of the Olympic torch, the opening and closing ceremonies, and the Olympic flag are some of the famous examples of this. Combining the most recent Winter Games and Summer Games, over 14,000 athletes have taken part in both 2016 and 18 for the Winter Games. The International Olympic Committee has grown so much that every country in the world, or most of them, sends a team off to the Olympics. And finally, the Olympic Games used to be for amateur athletes only. That sounds crazy knowing how professional it is now. Those were this week's 5 fun facts on the Olympics. I'm Lewis, back to Joseph in the studio.
Thank you very much, Lewis. I learned a lot in just that short clip. Next up, it's Hope with this week's news.
Hello, I'm Hope, and these are your Curious Times headlines. Tributes have been paid to John Lewis, a civil rights activist who worked closely with Martin Luther King Jr. A woman had been rearrested on suspicion of the murder of Louise Smith, a 16-year-old girl from Hampshire. Princess Beatrice has married her husband Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi in a private ceremony in Windsor. And Jofra Archer, England cricketer, has been fined for breaking lockdown restrictions on Monday. I'm Hope, and these are your headlines.
It's now time for This Week in History, so now come with me into the mists of time.
Hi, I'm Hope, and this is This Week in History. On Monday, a group of 108 English colonists reached North Carolina in 1585. On Tuesday, Emmeline Pankhurst, famous suffragette, was born in 1858. On Wednesday, in 1901, over 74,000 Pittsburgh steelworkers go on strike. On Thursday, in 1969, Apollo 11 blasts off, heading for the moon. On Friday, in 1453, the 100 Years' War ends in France. On Saturday, in 1877, Thomas Edison records voice for the first time ever. And on Sunday, in 1545, Henry VIII watches Mary Rose capsize as it leaves for Vatel.
Thank you very much, Hope and Lewis, for your great content this week. It's now unfortunately time to bring the show to a close. See you next week. Remember to like and subscribe for more Curiouser and Curiouser. Woo!